Let's welcome back to Bad Episode. Welcome back. Well, I guess welcome to the Stanley Parable. This is a highly requested game, experience, walking simulator. I don't really know what to expect, but I had a lot of people ask about it. I don't know if it's a horror game. I don't know if it's a, I don't know if it's a choose your. I don't really know what to expect. Let's get into it. I don't know. I've always seen the name of this game in places. I just people always said they loved it. I don't know. I just know there's a narrator.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Oh.
Employee number 427's job was simple.
Okay.
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Interesting.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Okay.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Right.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Okay.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. So this is gonna be one of those experiences, kind of like Slay the Princess, where I'm gonna be doing half the amount of talking because it seems like this guy likes to yap a lot too. So I guess that's the. I mean, I guess you guys already know what the hell to expect. Oh my God, we kind of whip this thing around, don't we? Let's slow that down a little bit, huh? Let's do sensitivity. Let's do 2. Yeah, we like a nice smooth camera turn, alright, when we do this shit. So don't mind me as I go on my tangents and then forget what I'm talking about if we have to listen to him talk for a while. Because supposedly this gives me superliminal vibes, and I love that game.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah. Number 1 dad, very cute. Am I supposed to be interacting with things? We just go. It's just what we do. We kind of just, it's like a sandbox in a way.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office,
Okay.
but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Okay, we don't have to get sassy. What the fuck is that over there? Why does right click move forward? Oh, we can go in. Okay. I'm gonna continue to touch everything because you never know what's actually gonna be unlocked. How about that? Yeah, but how do you get over there? I want to get in that room. Interesting. Yeah, this is like, I actually just finished watching this show called, Severance. You know, and that was a nuts cliffhanger, and this kind of reminds me of that a little bit. You know, a long office, no one really here. Maybe some
When
secrets.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Can I jump? No jump? Okay. If he... What if I contemplate... I guess they're identical? We won't... It's... Okay. Fine. It pains me, but we'll do it. You know, because maybe he's expecting me to go on the door on the right. Maybe we play this whole game by playing by the rules.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Oh.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. Without... fuck? Interesting. I don't know if there's anything I'm supposed to be actually recognizing here, but it's just a lot to process, so we're just going to, why can't I click things when I walk around? Everyone is you most of all. That's right. Synergized core value. Number of slides? Slides, charts and slides. Okay, very, very organized. Very demure. Oh. Why am I laughing
Stanley
here?
stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
What if I don't? What if I stay in here longer? Will you change what you say? Oh, I can crouch. I can crouch
There
real
was
good.
nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
Unless that's
no
what they want.
reason to still be here.
Unless that's what they want you to think.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
And what if I walk downstairs? What if I go lower? There's absolutely no way I can read that. But I feel like that writing is crisp enough where you're supposed to be able to understand a little bit. I think I would need binoculars.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
What?
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
Would be nice.
None of it made any logical sense.
Okay.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Like what?
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
That's true.
Why did doors close automatically behind him
That's
wherever
true
he
too.
went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
It can't be.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled.
I'm not yelling
This
that.
is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley
fuck.
felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Okay.
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, fuck.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
What?
One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
What's happening?
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
I just accepted it.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
I don't like this.
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts,
Yeah.
he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
That's fair.
How else would the voice explain all that?
Exactly.
This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Why are you yelling
He
at me?
would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job.
Okay, I can pause this at any time I want. Okay, that's good to know. If I go against what the voice tells me, are we just gonna go on massive tangents here? I don't mind it for sure. I'm just kind of curious on if this is a repercussion of my actions, or if this was gonna happen regardless. I don't really know.
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Okay.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Okay.
I am okay.
For now. Okay.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Is it?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Who?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Did I die?
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
Okay.
But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
She's busy.
The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career.
Oh.
And by extension, the rest of her life.
Oh.
She had no time for this. So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
That's a lot.
And then she turned and ran.
It's fair. Did I die? And is... I did! Do I not? Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had...
Okay, real quick. I don't know if I deny the voice's choices, if that means I die. So, the next test is we're gonna go right instead of left. And if I die there, then we have to kind of go begin the game again. We'll go with the flow.
Simply missed a memo.
It's a very fascinating game. This is one of those situations here. We'll leave it here, where I feel a little bit bad not talking as much as I normally do. But we can do this a little bit more reactionary. Sometimes people want to listen to the narrator. He's got a beautiful voice. He's got a script. He knows what he's talking about. I don't. I never do. You know. Real quick, this video is sponsored by me. Hi. This is a new YouTube channel page for gaming content. This is what I want to do. I love making gaming content. So if you enjoy my vibe, if you enjoy me, the more that people enjoy this, the more you guys will end up getting. And I also stream on Twitch, and we have a Discord with very cute people. Okay, anyway. This would be really cool as a horror game, too.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Sure.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, yeah, I'll admire it. I don't see why not. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
It's a beautiful
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Great room. Anyway.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Was there another open door? Okay. This is not where
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh no. I kind of like the sassy ones. Maybe we always go against them. But then I don't know if I'll end up dying. It was a beautiful room, though. Can I jump in here? No, crouch, right click. Oh, God. Anyone else love a good clicking noise? What the fuck? You can't jump, you disabled it? What? Can you make that bigger?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
I didn't say you were.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Twice
Good
now.
job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh, okay. This is ever the... Okay. Okay. Alright, let's keep going.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Damn.
What
I
could
didn't
it
mean to jump off.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Like, which path do I take? Does it always lead in death?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I want to see the room one more time.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
But
Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yes.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I do, actually.
Wow. Yes.
Yeah.
This room.
It's a
What
good
a
room.
beautiful room.
Yeah.
What a gorgeous, gorgeous room.
It's very
Thank
nice.
goodness Stanley... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Why do I feel like someone's watching me? I didn't like that. I hope this doesn't get creepy. This could... First door on my left. I know we'll never know what happens over there, but now I want to see this.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
But there's a button. But narrator, there's a button. Oh.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office.
Okay.
He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's,
Left?
left.
What about right? Real quick, when I used to actually have a real job back 10 years ago, I used to do this all the time. I'm a walker. I'm a talker. I'm a little chatty guy. So I used to go visit everybody in their offices and stuff. And I used to work at a big tower in New York City. And there was a lot of hallways, and you'd get lost a lot. And I learned my pathing and stuff. But at some point, it was like, where the fuck do I turn? Where does this go? Why is HR so far away? You know what I mean? What if I go right? I like this click. I like the clicking.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Okay, it's fine.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
Okay, what door is
It's
it?
clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Okay.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. This is going farther down. All right. Here we go.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick,
Is
Stanley,
it?
close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now.
Is it?
The whole story completely unusable. How about,
Fire.
rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
We
And
will?
this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm?
I guess.
Okay, from the top.
Wait. Me. I like exploring. It got creepy down there. I like when it gets creepy. But in order to progress to somewhere we haven't been before,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't know, but we're gonna go.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Do you think it knows how many times I've done this? Do you think it's keeping track of me? There's supposedly a Stanley Parable too.
When Stanley... Wait,
This is different?
Wait, what? No,
This is left
no,
and
I
right.
restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh.
We did.
Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley,
Yeah.
did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere?
You
or...
told me to close my eyes.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Right.
It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure.
Oh.
Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh, this is my worst nightmare. Oh, shit. I kind of want to go this way. I want to go the way at the chairs. If something starts chasing me, I'm going to throw up. How about that? Do you guys want to see that on YouTube? You want to see me throw up on YouTube? Oh. I love exploring hallways. I never realized how much I like exploring hallways. I like wandering around. Maybe I'd like
I'll
walking.
say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on.
I'm
I can promise you
trying my
there
best.
definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No, I like these
I
hallways.
find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again.
That's what I'm saying.
It's got to be better than this.
Oh, we're on the other
Okay,
side.
let's give it a shot. Why not?
No. This was all my fault. This was all my fault. This is what I get for exploring. I just want to find other people. What if I just wait here for something else to pop up on the screen? Maybe it's just a slow day and everybody went out to lunch. You know, maybe it's not my... Why is my desk so far away from everybody else? 427. I feel like they're going to have me memorize that at some
All
point.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it
all
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Yeah.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I did.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
You made it worse.
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
Okay.
Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
There's supposed to be a door right here. I was supposed to take the left door, and I didn't behave. And then this is what happens when I can make too many choices. This doesn't feel right either. This feels wrong.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something.
The fuck?
The story. Here it comes.
This is just a... What do you mean, here it comes?
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story.
What?
Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
I don't know. I don't like this hallway. I don't like making rights or lefts. I want to go straight. Okay. I'm a little unsettled. Oh. Alright. I'm one more point unsettled.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all.
Okay.
Is this the story?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
What does it look like?
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
I'm not sure it now anymore.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well,
That's
do you know
me.
what?
What?
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
What?
You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So,
Thank you.
good job.
Awesome.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
I mean, I felt
We
pretty
both
good.
know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
I tried.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Okay.
Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
I just give me. I liked it. I was getting used to it. I like the room, the attic, the wooden attic. Oh. I know you're kind of being sassy, but this is probably the best way for me to stay on the path.
All right, I've got a solution.
Go ahead.
This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
I kind of like it.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Yeah. Okay. If you want me to follow something, this is the way to do it. You guys remember Dead Space, and you clicked in that one button, the R3, and that put a little laser on the ground? I'd follow that fucking thing to the end of the world, and I think I technically did. But this is ideal. I could just look at the ground. I don't even have to see where I'm going. Right? We could just follow this line. This is not correct. This is not correct at all. Follow the line. Because this is my job now.
You see? The line knows where the story is.
Does
it's
it?
over in this direction.
Okay.
Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought.
What?
Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another
Yes.
way, is the story of no destination still a story?
Okay.
Simply by the act of moving forward,
Right.
are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Okay.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on.
What?
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with
No,
all
I'm
that.
giving you your time. You can
You know
finish.
what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Absolutely. This is too much. No. This is really gonna keep playing, huh? Okay. Alright. Well, I'm not gonna interrupt your music, I'm just gonna follow. I'm gonna follow this line.
Wait, cut the music.
Thank you.
Go back and look at that fern.
This one?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Okay.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
Okay.
You won't want to miss anything.
Well, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to remember. But I'm gonna try my best. And I'm gonna assume that if I look at it long enough, I'll remember it in the future. Okay. I think that's enough time. I wonder if there's a reason why they have a clock in this room and not the other room. In this room, while you're sitting here looking at this thing, you can feel the time pass you by, but the second you step out, you can't hear it anymore. Oh, never mind. Okay, we went on a journey.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
Yes.
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Well, that's where we went last time, so we're gonna follow this line this time. Maybe this line knows where we're going. Because right now, I feel like a little gold.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after
that say back
everything
there?
we've been through,
Hey, Zoom?
you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Did I skip? Okay. Do I follow the line or do I not follow the line? Is the game supposed to try to show me something? Are these numbers different?
You know what, Stanley?
What?
I say forget the adventure line.
No.
What's it ever done for us?
I don't know.
We're intelligent people, right? Why
Maybe.
can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious.
Oh.
Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable.
Okay.
Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay. If that's what you want, I'm here for you.
Now,
I think.
yes, this is exciting.
I kinda
Just
like
me
it.
and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it
Yeah.
could be anything. What do you
Could be.
want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Okay. Got you. Good old steaming imagination. All right. Let's see if you got any of those. First thing I thought of was crocodiles.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I don't know if that's possible for me, because we're kind of following in this direction, and it's kind of all over the place. I don't know who drew this line, if this was your doing, this was my doing, or this is somebody else's doing, but they probably should be fired, because they didn't do a good job at aligning.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
Fuck.
From here, the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity.
I know.
In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here.
I probably do
Just
too.
walk in circles for a minute.
Okay.
Okay. So I know that each door has to lead somewhere.
Yeah.
Which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin.
Yeah.
So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
I don't know.
And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
Don't open
Come,
both of them.
Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Don't open both of them. A confusing ending? It's like counting down. You've been playing this confusion ending first. This has been one ending?
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
Does it?
It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this?
So I'm supposed to find a bookstore.
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on.
Okay.
I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it?
I don't
Did
think
we
so.
break the cycle?
No.
The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us?
I hope not.
Will something happen?
Can I sit in this chair?
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
In a
I'm
way.
not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination.
I guess that's
so
fair too.
I hope that's where we are right now.
All right.
We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
I guess.
Well, in the meantime, if you...
Did we get an ending? Is everything okay? I didn't get an achievement. I got 2 achievements for clicking too much.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Yeah.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Right. What if I try to deviate again, though? Do you think he'll put me on the same track? Or do you think...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I guess. Begrudgingly. We've seen these before. But now I don't know what I guess I just always want to do what I want to
Yet
do,
there was
right?
not a single person here either.
Yeah.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Sure. Oh, this is beautiful. What is this? Oh. I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Huh. What the fuck? Was I supposed to find this? Well, I guess it's on the main path. I don't like having full control anymore. I miss when doors opened on their own. Why would you do that? Why would you have a painting of... No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go that way yet. What the fuck was... Why is this room so big?
Stepping into his manager's office,
Oh.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
Okay.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Fuck.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Extra secret?
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
I don't know if I trust typing that in. I'm going to give it a minute. I'm going to look around. You know, God forbid he gives me the wrong number on accident, and then an alarm goes off, and then I feel bad. 2845.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
I like doing that.
Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Or maybe this is a test. Maybe he thinks it. All right, fine. 2845.
2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Right. Why is there a tunnel up there? Do I come back? Why does it always get this... Are we going down? Is this the way... I guess this is if you follow the main story. There was also the elevator in the other room. Is this good loading? This seems like good loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Yeah.
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Right.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that?
I don't
Well,
know.
he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office.
What
well,
if it
that's
doesn't?
a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Oh no. I'm just curious, you know? It seems like anything can be different. I'm back.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator.
Right.
It's still just exactly what it is.
But what if it was different?
What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again.
I feel like I'm getting in
This has
trouble.
fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated.
Stop
It's
sassing me.
that keen eye for storytelling that you have.
It's
An incisive,
true.
rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow.
Oh, stop.
I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
I'm glad you like it. Okay, I guess we'll go back down.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
It's all in here, dude. Isn't that crazy? You know what we gotta do? I think we gotta go back up.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
Oh, like one more time could hurt, could it?
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again?
No, it can't
what
be.
if it's the boss's office this time?
No.
The suspense is killing me.
We're gonna find out. He's gonna hate me. He's gonna hate me. What's up here? What's going on? Huh, this looks familiar. Can't be, can it?
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me.
Does it?
Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this. Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
Wait, no, wait, he's sassing me now. Oh, he's getting me back with it. It's alright. You know, maybe I like this little bird drinking coffee. Maybe I'm into that, you know? Do you think I can wait it out?
All right. I have fully come to terms with it.
Okay.
I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Okay. Well, guess what we're gonna do? Same thing.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it?
I don't know.
I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before.
You think so?
I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it.
This is what I
That's
do.
just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is.
Oh, wait,
A
it gets
breath of
better.
fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Oh. I guess he doesn't like my fun. Well, what's he gonna say now? What if we just, What if we do just one more time? What if we do just one more time? Oh. Oh, he didn't say anything. I might be in trouble.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a minute.
Okay.
Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley.
Yeah.
You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator.
That's what I'm saying.
But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill.
It is.
Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible.
That's what I'm
saying. They want
saying.
big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started.
You get me.
But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters?
I was gonna say
Why
that.
aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley.
Yeah.
What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you.
It is.
You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly,
it was
I
my
mean
decision.
it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there.
I
You
know,
see,
what could it be?
I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to.
I know.
We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley.
Yeah.
Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're
Yeah.
a role model, you know?
I
People
am.
look up to you. Which is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you.
For me?
So that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley.
They do?
I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Oh. This is what I'm talking about. See? This is where we were heading to all along. Of course.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
You think so? World's healthiest human being? All tricks revealed? How we did it? The pyramids? Live? The guy who went to Mars? That's the guy? Oh my god. I've always wanted to meet him. I wonder if he's gonna be on. You know? This is... Oh... World's peace, baby. I love this.
Yes. Here it is, just through this door.
Well, hold on. I want to see these other things. Live on stage tonight. That's me? Okay. Very cool. I have my own little posters. World's first sentient machine. That one? Is a cutie. This doesn't look like a... Oh.
All right. Are you ready?
Maybe.
I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling.
Right.
And what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart.
That's what I do.
I'm really proud of you, Stanley.
Thank you.
Okay. It looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Well, before we do that, I want to look at my rider. A rider list, I'm pretty sure, is a list of what a celebrity gives a event location. Stuff they want in their green room. So some people ask for really random shit to make sure they stay on top of everything. Some people ask for like a bunch of bottled water. Some people ask for like weed. Some people ask for food, money, girl, like anything. So mine is almonds, chair, gum, table, nut bar. Well, 3 of those are candy. Well, I guess almonds aren't candy, but I mean almonds and I guess 2 of them are nuts, 2 of them are candy, and then 2 are a sitting and eating location. Let's see, isn't it here? 427, that's me. I don't see my nuts. Don't take that out of context. Huh. Alright. Break a leg, champ. You're boss. Huh. Rock on, Stanley, me, dad. Story. Break. I love the way you ride this elevator. Or you ride elevator. I mean, that was what I was known for, you know. I wish I can read the rest of these. Are we sure there's not a zoom button? Let's double check just in case. Because I would love it, right? Interact, no. Interact, E, crouch, jump. Like, would it kill to just have, like, a very little zoom in so I can read things a little bit nicer? Alright, time for my speech. Hope you guys were ready for this. You didn't know you were watching a celebrity, did you? Oh, that's dark. Are we sure? Wait, no. I've stuff to say. I finally had an audience. I was so close to the dream. I was living it. I was breathing it. I wanted it so bad. Okay.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Technically, yeah. I don't know how long this game's supposed to be. You know? I'll record more. But I'm worried that...
And Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors.
Can I save at any moment? Quit to menu.
He entered the door on his left.
Okay. Well, we did that last time. But we didn't go down the elevator. And back up the elevator. Could you imagine? If it's just one continuous one.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yeah.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
But what if I go back down? What if I go back up and down? What if I go down and then up? Okay, never mind. He doesn't get sassy when I do that. Alright, but we're still going down that other elevator. I want to see what's down there. Instead of going down the official elevator. Okay, we go this way. Excuse me, ma'am. Yep, shooting the polar bear in the head. Or panda, excuse me. What if we go up? Do you think they go in two different directions? Up. Was I not going anywhere? What if I go down? We're not doing it again. I think that's a fake elevator. Do we remember the code? Do you guys remember the code?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation.
Behind paintings?
But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Okay.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
I know.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
And then down we go. We'll be back. Do you think this is like a fresh playthrough, or do you think he still knows this? I don't know when we finish these or not. This is kind of like the whole Slay the Princess vibe, where it's like, hey, well, I guess those had chapters to finish. Well, he's not saying anything. Let's do it once, just in case. Just.
Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me.
Yeah.
Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office?
Okay.
Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
I was hoping for like a second. I'm like, maybe. But it's alright. We'll just go back down. Oh, I can't even hit it back.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office.
It was.
Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated.
I was just curious.
Keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive, rapid fire of
want to get back
critical
to my
plot
fans.
points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative.
We'll progress. Don't worry. We'll go back in.
I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
I'm glad.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again.
I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
It's just who I am. It's me. It's my specialty.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor.
I will walk.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I don't know if I want that. Oh, but escape. I mean... Wait. Is this the mind control? Writing the escape on the little thing here? Is that really the mind control all along? Or am I destined for something different?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
No, I wouldn't. Violent? Why is it violent? What? What do you have planned for me?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No. I want to keep going. Just for a little bit farther.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward.
I was.
And willingly confront his death.
Oh. Well, there's no more lights now. Now it's a little bit scarier. Oh, there it is. Is this me? Is this my death? Well, maybe I just want to look in there. What if I turn around? He doesn't say anything. But death. No. We'll go to the or okay. Oh wait. But this other way. Oh no, I have to. I have to jump in, right? We have to go in the red pit. We have to go in the red pit. I'm not gonna. You don't give me a vent that opens up and expect me not to jump in it. You know? What right-minded person would not? End is never the end. Oh. I'm alive. You lied to me. Oh. Where am I? Oh, we're
As
moving.
the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
Oh, that's me.
He reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Maybe I can get out.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
Yeah.
Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
Why would you do that?
And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Well, maybe the machine will break. I don't want to get smushed. No!
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
I don't think so. Oh!
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back
Really?
in his office, as alive as ever.
Okay.
What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance,
You think?
death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
That's kind of like how I
Do
felt.
you see now?
Yeah.
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Was I? This is kind of like how I felt with Slay the Princess. You know? Oh, these are the paintings. Nature paintings. I love them. This one's my favorite. I love that. That one's my least favorite. I won't tell you why. That's my computer. Still doesn't work. Is this the office? The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. That means my room was over here. That's where I started. And I would walk down the hallway to the right, to the left, and the two doors where everything changed. That's when the Fire Nation attacked. Office computers, solitaire, a classic, employee database. Oh. Cool. Those are the three doors. I remember those doors. From what? I don't know. Just figured I'd say it. Button sounds. Oh. 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 No. Two? That's it. Oh. That's the one. Oh, credits. We won? What if I go left? I feel like I didn't play this game at all. Is that my elevator? You know I love my elevators. Warzone. Fighting aliens? What the fuck? Fun? Are these the different endings? Are these all the exciting things I didn't get to do? Well, we gotta do one more, right? We We gotta do one more ending. We can't just end on this. 427, 427. Are these other 427s? From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time when it was created in November 2011, the 2nd of March 2012, 3rd February 2013. Interesting. What happened to that one? The game design mock-up. Huh. Fascinating. What is that noise? What's down there? Is that siren in game? What's that swinging room? I'm just in a museum. Yeah, I love this room.
Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room?
Yeah.
Perfect example of poor level design, textbook mistake.
Right.
It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you. End this injustice forever.
Interesting.
Where were all of his co-workers? Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise party?
Did you guys expect me to get this one? Is this one that everybody gets? I guess let's go back down to that the big black room again. My elevator. Oh. Oh, that's monitor room. That's a different one.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another.
We did?
How they wish to control one another.
We did?
How they both wish to be free.
We do?
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
I can?
Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
No, it's
As long
fine.
as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path.
That's all right.
Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
If you say something, I'll do it. Okay.
Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I did it. Now what? Now what? Am I dead? Here we are. Back at the entrance. Let's do one other ending. Before
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
before we see what you
Stanley
guys want to say
decided to
about
go
it.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is that me? Was that always there? Was I always here? I hate Mondays. I don't know, I kind of like Mondays.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
No,
left.
it's left. We'll just go left. It's fine. We'll do one more run until we do a reset, and then we'll stop, and then after that point,
Yet there was not a single...
I'll see if you guys end up liking. I'm not sure the length of this. I'm not sure how many endings there are. I'm not sure what to do about it. But we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna go past the mind control room until we get to a location.
person
That's what
here
we'll do.
either.
Yeah.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Right.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in
Was it
his
2,
tracks.
8,
Not a
4,
living
5?
soul any. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
I don't know.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Okay. Maybe the narrator likes to be in control too much.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
You know what this is? The best part of the game right here. The old elevator. I mean, maybe he'll like it this time. No, we're not doing it again. We're definitely gonna go forward, and I want to see what's in this mind control room.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
That's what I'm doing.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
I know the screen.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Or I guess we might. We may. Imagine working in a big room like this. You could fall over at any moment. Well, there's cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building,
Right.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What about that one up there? Do you want to hit another button? Yeah, that one. What is that? Is it just a broken screen? But then it works when you transform again. Alright, people.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Okay.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
The fuck is
Was
that?
this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Maybe. Alright, put me in.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
Oh, I
His
couldn't?
own life in someone else's control?
Never.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Could have been.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I mean, not entirely. Oh,
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power
are you
over
talking about?
another human life.
what?
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I would? I sound brave. Or important. Or neither. We'll just keep moving forward a little bit. It doesn't seem like he's gonna be much option. That's a big button. Hold on. Hold on. You gotta show me a big red button. We gotta push that bad boy. Look at this. Look at this button here. Alright, never mind. Doesn't do anything. You know, this kind of feels like, for some reason, this kind of feels like Half-Life and Portal. But, like, not just, like, the walking simulator portion, but, like, aesthetically, this feels like Steam Engine. Valve. This feels like a Valve game. That's what we're getting at. Mind control idle. Awaiting input. What do you expect from me?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power,
Right.
he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I don't know what it stands for yet. So I can turn it on? Or do I turn it off? I kind of want to push off.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Okay.
Was it over?
Sure.
Yes. He had won.
I did?
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
I am curious about
How
that.
had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
Yeah?
What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Alright.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he
beautiful.
realized none of this mattered to him.
It didn't?
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Oh.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
It will.
And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
This is beautiful.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
This doesn't feel right. I miss my office. I need to go back and save them. Oh, there's absolutely nothing I can do. Okay. I can't even sprint either. Or jump. Yep. But I can still click.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
Yeah.
The feeling of liberation. The immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Beautiful.
And Stanley was happy.
I was. And then I woke up. Oh, I beat it. Look at that. Perfect. I don't know if I actually beat it or not. You guys can let me know in the comments below because I'm definitely curious on, like, what is the actual, not the actual direction. You guys don't have to tell me the actual direction, but if you're like, hey, you're definitely going to want to check that out, or you're like, there's a lot more to this that you're going to need to go through, or anything along the lines of that. If you want to see more of me explore this place, you let me know in the comments below. You like the video, you do all this stuff, you sub if you like the content too. Any one of those things is perfectly fine. I'm kind of curious on how deep this goes, you know? So, I kind of want to go back into it, but I'll leave it up to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys being here. Subscribe to Edibles for more gaming.